It's Friday, February 27th. You're listening to Hear First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Governor Kim Reynolds says her use of State Patrol airplanes for some official travel is the right thing to do. The Des Moines Register reported this week that Reynolds has been using a state-owned plane purchased with federal COVID-19 relief funds. That's a reversal from her predecessor's practice. Reynolds says the head of the Iowa Department of Public Safety suggested buying a larger aircraft for law enforcement purposes. She says the DPS decides which plane she can use, and Reynolds says flying across the state and having shorter travel times helps her get more done.
I'm not going to be hesitant in using it because I think it's the right thing to do. But when you look at the 2025 hours flown, I was less than 3% of that. So I'm not using it every other day. We're using it sparingly.
She says she's only used State Patrol planes for official business and hasn't brought people who aren't state employees on those flights. A bill proposed by Reynolds to restructure funding for county veteran services has advanced in the Senate this week. It would tie current funding for county veteran service officers to each county's performance in signing veterans up for benefits. Dan Gannon with Disabled American Veterans says he supports the bill because Iowa can do much better at connecting veterans with the compensation they deserve.
So I think by better use of the funds, appropriating the funds correctly, accountability, and holding people accountable will get us where we want to get.
Michael Mortensen represents the Iowa Association of County Veterans Services. He says most counties are opposed to the bill because 1/3 of them could lose funding based on what he calls inaccurate data. Driver's license tests in Iowa could soon only be offered in English under a bill advanced by the Iowa House. IPR's Isabella Liu reports the state currently offers the written exam in 20 languages besides English.
The proposal would require driver's license tests, including those issued by a third party, to be in English. Democratic Representative Angel Ramirez of Cedar Rapids is against the proposal and says it would lead to more people driving unlicensed and uninsured.
If this were truly about safety, we would want people to understand the rules of the road in the language they know best. We would want them tested, licensed, and insured.
Ramirez says the proposal will impact legal residents and citizens the most, since people without legal status are already not allowed to have driver's licenses. Those in support of the proposal say the bill will make roads safer by making sure people can understand road rules and signs. I'm Isabella Liu, IPR News.
The Iowa Regents are revisiting proposed tuition increases ahead of a final vote in April. IPR's James Kelly reports one regent says the process has been problematic so far.
The board received a proposal for resident tuition increases of 3% at Iowa's public universities. But Regent Christine Hensley says she learned about the proposed tuition increases from the media. She says that's not the way a board should work and said a committee should discuss the rates further.
Right now, I'm not going to support this because I don't think the process has been inclusive. And this is one of the most significant things that we as a board are asked to do.
Other regents say they want to dive deeper into the proposed rates given affordability concerns and possible tuition freezes. The board will have a second reading and vote on the proposed rates at their meeting in April. I'm James Kelly, IPR News.
It's Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Calling all women's basketball fans here in just a moment. All about Audie Crooks, the Iowa State basketball player, is breaking records and bringing more fans to the sport ahead of March Madness. Stay with us. Welcome back to this Friday edition of Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. March Madness is just a few weeks away. It's a time when women's college basketball gets a lot more of attention. That's especially true here in Iowa, which has seen plenty of talented players step into the national spotlight during the NCAA tournament. One of the latest is Iowa State's Audie Crooks, who has been breaking records and topping scoring charts. IPR's Isabella Liu stopped by a recent home game as more than 10,000 fans cheered for Crooks and her team.
It was loud in Houghton Coliseum this month when the Iowa State Cyclones were playing the Kansas State Wildcats. With less than 6 minutes left in the game, number 55, Iowa State's Audie Crooks, catches the ball from her teammate, pushes back, and swivels around for a layup. ISU fan Missy Sano says that type of move is what the crowd has come to expect.
It's just electric. When she gets the ball, it's just electric. Everybody, looks to Audie to do great things, and she does great things.
Crooks got lots of publicity 2 years ago when she scored 40 points in her NCAA tournament debut. Now, as a junior, she's averaging around 25 points per game and is one of the leading scorers in the country. Joe Bartolo, one of Crooks' high school coaches, says in a time when three-pointers are considered a flashier part of the game, Crooks shows there's another way to play.
She kind of brings that old school, low post, tough mentality that you can still beat people by scoring twos and attract a lot of attention to open things up for your guards.
As a sophomore, she was the first center to score 600 points during the 2024-2025 season. With more than 600 points this season, Crooks' scoring streak continues. Her coach Bill Fenley says on top of good footwork, timing, and an ability to catch anything, there's something else that sets her apart.
Her physicality, her ability to play inside, in among a lot of bodies is unique.
This is Fenley's 31st season with Iowa State, and he says he's never coached a player like Crooks. He says the modern-day basketball world doesn't have a lot of true centers like her, and ISU has had to learn new passes and plays as they take on other teams.
Everyone's game plan is surrounded by what they do to her, so we've learned to expect everything, and we've tried to practice against everything.
Crooks is 6'3" with a broad frame. Her nickname is Lady Shaq. Like former NBA star center Shaquille O'Neal, she's dominant in the paint, the area near the basket. In high school, there was lots of criticism about her size on social media. That hasn't slowed in college. In an interview last December with the YouTube show Champion This, Crooks recalled first seeing comments online when she was 14 and in high school.
Every time a women's basketball player gets posted, it's either she's not as good as a man, or she looks weird, she does this differently, she this, that, or it becomes a beauty competition. It's like, no, I'm not here to look good, I'm here to hoop.
Coach Fenley says Crooks has been able to deflect the negative attention and serve as a role model for younger players. He says he gets an email almost every day from a parent saying how Crooks' example has encouraged their kids. During an interview on the Big 12 Conference's YouTube channel, Crooks said she's embraced the spotlight.
When we're going out as a team to dinner, little girls will stop me and ask me for pictures. I don't take that for granted, and I just make sure that I want to use my platform in the correct way and just be a leader, be a role model for those people, and it means a lot to me.
Audie Crooks at the line, shooting two.
Iowa State won that home game against Kansas State. Crooks scored 20 points. Ivy Stratton is one of her admirers. She's a member of the team's pep band. When she goes home and tells people that, people automatically ask about Crooks.
Like, people that don't know women's basketball at all, they know Audie Crooks, and it's so exciting to see this in my lifetime happen, and I'm so lucky to be alive at the same time as her.
Crooks still has one more year to play at Iowa State, and fans hope her next step will be the WNBA. I'm Isabella Liu, IUPR News.
Great reporting from Isabella Liu. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening to Hear First from IPR today. Happy Friday. Also, it's the end of February. Talk to you in March on Monday. Have a great weekend.